You are listening to GHP Radio, powered by iTrackRadio.com, your independent music source.
Yeah.
Fresh, new music, right here on the all-new GHP Radio, your new independent music source.
Didn't it have like any, was it one of those type cruises where you have like different entertainment groups on there?
But they had entertainment, basically one news show, it was great, man. I need to get hooked up with one of those cruises.
All these, because I've been on this very But yeah, done ships, as far as their entertainment goes, stuff, they go like, I don't know how they seem to enjoy it every time.
It's who you know, though, man. Goes right back to the old adage.
Yeah, that's true.
Not what you know, it's what you know. Yes, sir. Maybe you can turn the TV up, though, a little bit. You don't think you're on it? Huh? Yeah, because you should be hearing music. I'll be right back. Don't move? Okay. It only takes me a minute to get you squared away. That's some interesting guests.
Other than
Yeah,
everything, but
oh yeah.
you know how they trying to whitewash everything.
I was just getting ready to come there.
All
What's
that.
the rest of my mind? Yeah, we gotta be ahead.
Too many people have too little time to turn around their thinking, but can't you see the signs? Everywhere from old traditions, gotta let them go, 'cause we're losing our minds. There's never been a better time for love.
2025.
Whoa.
It's the real.
You might believe what you've been taught to believe, just because somebody else said this is what you need. Empty conviction, firm on what you stand, well, take a look around and see how that's going down. There's never been a better time. There's never been a better time. Sister, haven't we all had enough? There's never been a better time for love. What we wanna justify, make a wrong into a right, at least in our minds. I believe in a domino effect. It can go either way. Can't you hear what I say? There's never been a better time, brother. There's never been a better time, sister. Hearts are crying out in desperation, hearing loud and clear in every nation. There's never been a better time, brother. There's never been a better time, sister. Ooh, there's never been a better time for love. Ooh, better time for love. Better time, better time, better time. Better time, better time, better time. Better time, better time, better time. Better time, better time, better time.
And you should know that. Don't just be saying us.
Ronald, I haven't heard.
Yeah, that was all that AI. Yes. It's amazing, man. I'm still kind of bored, how this stuff works, but
Go ahead, bro.
what you're doing.
Well, I just spent 20 hours on this video. I got a video I'm doing for you.
roll it up or wear it long. Braid it down, straighten it out with a flattening comb. That's what he wants.
That's what I'm just saying, man.
I was born to stand out from the crowd. Don't you bother.
I heard that they cut out.
I'm just saying and I'm shouting it loud. Free to be me.
$50 million.
A design set just for me. I'm strategically planted to fulfill my destiny. If I choose to wear purple, green, or gray, or white when it's not a sunny day,
This is real about it.
and I choose to drive a fancy car, or an old one I pray will get me far, that's what he wants, what he wants. I was born to stand out from the crowd. Don't you bother. I'm just saying and I'm shouting it
You gotta
loud.
gas, bro. You gotta gas.
Free to be me. Free to be me. To measure up.
Oh, there he is.
To love. Go kiss the break.
He just a rat.
He'll show you the way. You don't have to settle for less, for less. No matter what, don't matter what.
How you doing today?
You were born to stand out from the crowd. As long as he's pleased, you have to be. I'm just saying and I'm shouting it loud. That's what he wants me to be. I was born to stand out from the crowd. As long as he's pleased, I'm just saying and I'm shouting it loud. Great is God's handiwork. I am His handiwork. I'll stand out from the crowd. As long as He's pleased, Father with me. I'm just saying and I'm shouting it out. I'm free to be
Bright and shiny faces.
me.
Indeed.
Oh, I'm excited about this.
Back, man.
Yes, it is. I'm glad to see.
See, I reminisce those good old days, man. Remember when Soul Train was Soul Train? Don Cornelius used to come out like he was sleepy.
Oh, yeah.
All right, gang.
I needed it because you've been busy, bro. So
Oh, yeah. Yes.
we've been real busy.
You're right on time. I remember one time I was a kid. I know we all watch Soul Train. I used to watch Soul Train growing up. I remember one time Don came out on stage and looked like he was about to fall down. And put your hands together, gang, for Don Cornelius. He came out there. It's time now, gang, for the Soul Train Scramble Board. You remember that Soul Train Scramble Board? You don't see that no more.
Had it all. I said, you know, like, I remember the whole thing, man. Okay. You know what's funny? kind of unit would have been a Telex for 6,000. So as far as mixing and mastering compression, I went and added that, and I got getting the new Presonus HD8 because when my mixer went down, I was in a clutch, man. I couldn't finish my stuff, so I went and got one of those quick, $99, $100 audio interfaces. Presonus, man, and then of course it only has like 2 inputs, and that's it. Right? Between that, just rock with me, just roll with me, just rock with me, come fly with me, just rock with me, let's rock.
That was the mission right there.
Submission? No, submission is not an admission. It's a necessary thing. Oh, by the way, are you going to be at the TCG festival?
Man, I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
I hope so too, man.
Yeah, I'm ask Gary about it.
See, the thing is, you got to get it like you got to get it that minute. You're going to nail your ass.
Just rock with me, just roll with me. I was trying to rock with me, come fly with me, let's rock.
But I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm looking forward to it. I can see myself there already, and getting to associate myself with you guys and everything, and you guys, man, actually sitting down with you guys for the entire show. I'm looking forward to doing that, man. So maybe it is.
It is, man. It'd be great to see you and Gary on this stage, man. Man, Gary pulled it off so smooth that we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
You were pretty good too on that.
Yeah.
The combination was nice too, bro.
Yeah, that was off the radar there.
So I went there. We'll be back.
Where you at, TJ? Right now, you're rapping. Where are you at? You see that?
We come out?
Yeah, where are you at geographically right now?
Just rock with me, rock with me.
Bond's in the computer.
Just roll with me, roll with me.
Yeah.
Okay, Bond, come
Come fly with me, fly with me.
In Atlanta, that's right.
Yeah, I was saying, I know.
Just fly with me, fly with me. Let's ride.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm in California where the weed is legal and it's plentiful, and they deliver to your door. So that's all I need. Life is very good.
Yeah.
Oh, and now you hear about your boy, not your boy, but Stupid Trump. he's going to move marijuana to a Schedule 3 drug now, which means that it won't
Yo, what's up? This is Johnny B, and it gives me great pleasure to be doing this track with one of my biggest influences, a young man from Jamaica, Queens, New York. His name is Mr. Tom Brown. Break it down. Tom Brown.
Black people over there. He's already said that. Don't be messing with the black people. That's what's going on.
Johnny B.
Lord. They're coming to jobs and they're hijacking people.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. I've been watching you gotta tell you, baby, I love the little things you do. I've gotta get next to you. That's what I want to do. To spend my days and nights with you, making love the whole night through. Hey baby, I've been missing you, I've been missing you. Please tell me, baby, that you feel the same way too. True love can come around again. This I know. This I know. My sweetest memories of you, I just can't let go. Can't let go. I gotta get next to you. That's what I want to do. Making love the whole night through will make all my dreams come true. Hey baby, I've been looking for you. I remember all the good times and all the things we do. Please tell me that you feel the same. It's such a crazy feeling, and no one is to blame. I gotta get next to you. That's what I want to do. To spend my days and nights with you, making love the whole night through.
To this edition of the Indie Live Spot. I hope you all are having a great, wonderful weekend. We're very happy to be here. We're back. We've been on a nice little break, and but it's always good to come back and chop it up with some wonderful artists. And then, as you can see, we have our music guest today, Mr. Al Lindsey's in the house, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome, brother.
What's
Welcome.
up?
Yes, indeed.
What's up?
And we're
All right.
very happy he's here today. And of course, and also later on in the show, towards the end of the show, we're gonna do a world premiere video for Gino Goss. Gino Goss got some new music, and we got he has a new video for the release, actually produced by yours truly, G House Productions. Okay, but we're gonna show that a little bit later on today. But now we're just gonna talk to our brother, Mr. Al Lindsey, and welcome him to the show. Yes, so Al, man, thank you for being here, man. It's great to see you again, and your music's always been top notch, man. It's always been top notch, and I really love your latest too, man. It's really, really nice. I hear it's doing well and sounds really good. So,
Well, thank you for having me, man. I'm honored to be here.
yeah, man. Yeah, and
It's a pleasure, man. I had a chance to check you out too, man. Good stuff. That was really
Thank you, my brother.
mm-hmm.
I want some
Thank
out.
you.
Gotta explore that.
Yeah, shoot, Al don't play, man. Yes, indeed. But what's been going on, man? I know you got the new. I know that the latest single that you have. It's gonna be all right.
Yes,
man,
sir.
Man, it's nice, man. I really enjoyed that. It's got a really good flavor. You know, good message, everything.
What?
Yeah, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, of course, I know you can hear the Marvin Gaye influence.
Sure can.
And,
Oh, yes.
yes.
Most definitely.
And
Yeah.
it actually, how that all came about, my producer, James Owens Jr. As a matter of fact, James Jr. lives in Atlanta, but he's from Saginaw. I told him, a young fellow too, he's only 30 years old.
Wow.
I said, man, let's do something, with a Marvin Gaye feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll have him to do is actually put together just a blank instrumental track. And the vibe and the chemistry is so strong between the two of us, this young brother.
Yeah.
And so I got a blank instrumental track, and I wrote to it. The lyrics, the hook, all of it, inspired by the music track. The hook, the chorus, all of this came after a blank instrumental track with all the instrumentation. Of course, and then we built around that, with more orchestration. Yeah. So, and that tune basically inspired by the times and what's going on right now. And so, my phone was ringing, but inspired by the times. And I wanted something with a good, strong, positive message, but also something that offered some inspiration and hope. Because I know as we were kicking it around, before we went on the air, talking about some things that's going on right now. And listen to the lyrical content. Hey, have you heard the news? Trying to turn the clock back on you. Oh, it's a shame. It's a shame. Who's at fault? Who's to blame? Mother, can't you hear them? Hear the plea. Everything is going to be all right. It's going to be all right. I know he will. It will. He said it would. And so that's basically the message that I'm speaking about. All the things that we've been through, speaking about the deportation thing that's going on right now that although it's not directly affecting people, well, black people, should I say, it is affecting people of color. So I'm speaking about that and immigration and things like that. But still, once again, the message, in spite of all these things that have went on and are going on, trying to offer hope and bringing it back to the hook, it's going to be all right. Yeah. And then I guess,
Nice.
so that's the tune. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, the melody, God gave it to me. I mean, it's a divine intervention. Can you imagine just to get a blank instrumental track there and write a song to it?
Yeah.
Melody, yeah. So that's that song. Yes, it's divine. Yeah, and it's needed. I'm soul. I tell anyone in soul and R&B is not dead. But we know the story about what's going on with R&B.
R&B is not dead. They just don't want it coming from us.
Exactly.
It ain't dead.
Right.
It's not dead.
Like who's singing it?
Yeah.
Yes. But as we know, the corporate world, right, and with the record industry being recording industry being such as it is, with labels at one time, the artists had to have a contract, and these few record companies monopolized on the industry and controlled everything, what was heard, what wasn't heard, And so now the good thing with this, the emergence of social media and, with internet and how independent artists now are able to get their music out there. Right. Of course, the financial rewards are nowhere near what they should be. But I love music, man. And I live it, hey, and I'm going to keep, pushing good, strong, positive music out there.
As you should, yes. Yeah. It's like Mr. Gary doing the same thing, pushing that good, positive music out there. And that's what I think is going to get us through what we're going to be getting ready to go through. We're going to need that positive reinforcement from all of our brown brothers and sisters. All shades. We need it from all of them. Because I'm telling you right now, there was a time, this time last year, you didn't have to look over your back as much.
Right.
You have to be cognizant of your surroundings now more.
Yes, sir.
And where you're at. If you're in areas that do not cater to our type, our kind, just be aware of where you're at nowadays. You got, you just got to look around. But what I'm finding interesting is here in California is, and my wife and I, we're out and about all the time. And there's people of all different colors, a lot of white people, a lot of Asian people. And usually we wait for them to say hi. We won't say hi until they say hi. Now they're all hi. How you doing?
Yes, I've noticed the same thing, bro.
They've got that thing like, hey, we know we kind of screwed up, but hey.
Right.
We're there for you. Let's get together.
Yeah.
I got old Chinese men going by. Hey, stop us high.
Yeah. Well, music is our gift to the world, right? It's always been that.
Yeah.
And that message, trying to keep it positive, but also keeping it clean.
Exactly.
Because I love singing. I love my ballads. Anyone that listens to Al Lindsey music, he's into ballads. There's more ways to undress a woman by telling her take clothes off or yelling, take them damn clothes off. No, you don't have to do that. There's other ways of undressing a woman without being that raunchy.
Yeah.
And see,
20 years married will show you that. 20 years being married will teach you that.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, we can keep it clean. We can keep it clean with good music. It doesn't have to be raunchy.
Right.
It doesn't have to be dirty.
That's
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, and that's what R&B has always. I was raised in Detroit. I moved to Detroit when I was 6 years old. And I was influenced, of course, by Motown. And then, being a product of Detroit educational system, the high school that I went to, actually, Martha Reeves, I'm not the same age as Martha, but she went to my high school as well, Northeastern High School in Detroit. And we had, I think Barry Gordy went to my high school as well. So I didn't know this at the time, but my school had that history. But I grew up around Motown, and I'm still trying to push that Motown flavor, old school, with a new flavor to it. And that's so when you hear my music, you can hear those influences of David Ruffin,
Sure can.
So yeah, Levi Stubbs. After I got out of the Army, I had the opportunity to to kick it with the Four Tops. This is when they were all alive too, and I would go to their studio in Detroit over on Finkel Avenue. I understudied with the Four Tops for about almost 3 years. I've sang right alongside with Levi Stubbs and Obie Benson. As a matter of fact, Obie, who was actually the writer of What's Going On.
What's Going On?
A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, Obie and his wife. Yeah, Marvin took that idea and he orchestrated it and put a hook to it, but that was actually Obie's work. Obie actually was the one. He didn't know me from a man in the moon. I was an orderly in the hospital, and I told him I liked music and everything, and he told me come on by the studio, just like that. And that's how they were, man. They were very, very humble brothers. But those Four Tops, they were dedicated to each other, man. And they, even with the singers now that has replaced them all, they still keeping that Four Top, that sound going.
Yeah.
And I used to sing with one of the Four Tops' son, Lawrence Payton. Lawrence Payton Jr. So his father actually was Lawrence Payton Sr., who was the guy, man, who sung all the parts. He was the key man in the Four Tops. A lot of people didn't know that. They thought they would hear Levi, that good, strong lead voice.
Yeah.
But he was the man, Lawrence Payton was. He could sing all the parts. And to have actually been in the studio with them as they're working on things and putting voices together, man, it was amazing. So that stuck with me throughout all these years. Yeah. So when you hear my music, you can probably hear some of those influences, you know? Marvin Gaye. I met Marvin when it actually went to his house. That album he did, Hear My Dear. Remember that one when he was going through that divorce?
Yes, sir.
That was an obligation album there.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It certainly was.
I
met him just before that album was released, though. Him and Anna was going through something, you know, and Anna Gordon actually opened the door for a friend. A friend of mine actually took me with him. He said, man, let's go over to Marvin's house. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
His house was right over there on the outer drive, man. He knocked on the door. Anna Gordon actually let us in without any credentials or anything. I'll never forget stepping into the living room, and there was this big white grand piano. And Marvin was lying on the couch in the sitting room off to the left, smoking a joint with silk pajamas on. And when Marvin looked over, he saw standing in his living room, his eyes got what the hell? And my buddy said, man, this is Rudolph. Don't you remember we ran track together, you and I, up there at Highland Park College? We were running around the track together. And Marvin said, oh yeah. And he said, well, this is my good friend Al. He's a singer. And he was just like some advice from you. And you know what Marvin Gaye told me? Be righteous. That's all he said. Be righteous.
Right.
Yeah. Right in his sitting room, man. It took me almost a week or so to wash my hand. Yeah.
That's so cool.
But you know, I'm nowhere near those guys' age, but I'm blessed to have had interaction with them, you know, and to keep that spirit alive, you know.
Absolutely.
To keep it moving. Keep it moving. Yeah.
And I loved, you know, back, you know, it's been a little time back, you know, remember when Ray was still here with us, Edward, and I remember, Al, you set up an interview with Kim Western.
Kim Western.
Yeah, I remember that. You were on the interview with us and everything, and I was just, that was amazing interview too at that time, and she got to tell us some things about, you know, her interactions with Marvin and all that. I remember that.
Yes,
that was just
absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Because a lot of people didn't know, of all those duets he did, she was the only one really that actually was in the studio with him, that actually had the opportunity to sing with Marvin in the studio during the live sessions, you know? So with those other interviews, I mean, those other duets like Diana Ross, who's the young Tammy? Yeah. They were not in the studio with Marvin when those tunes were recorded.
Wow.
But Kim was, and Kim actually took us to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We were able to go in. We spent the whole day down there with Kim Weston.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our friendship, formed from there, and yeah. And so I did everything that I could to preserve the legacy, because so many of those artists, man, as they get up there in years and no health insurance and things like that, they follow hard times, and so yeah, and it's it's a sad story. So although Berry Gordy, did some great things, there are some other things that could constitute tragedy, for some of those artists as they aged,
Yeah.
But thank God for Motown. And as we know right now, like Smokey, now we're hearing some negative things about him.
Yeah.
So
I know.
Yeah. I know.
I never had the opportunity to meet Smokey, though. I never met Smokey. Never met him. But he was one of my influences as well. Yeah.
Vaughn, you got some thoughts?
Yeah, I was going to say, Al, man, I was waiting because I knew. I said, yeah, you're a baby boomer, Al. I know you are.
Yeah.
You're a baby boomer. And I just knew, you can't do your art form if you don't speak to what's inside of you to make that thing work.
That's true.
And you're a throwback. And I know a few years back during the George Floyd protests were going on, and I'm a radio station programmer. I do both. I wear two hats. I'm a program director and a music director. And so I sit back and I was waiting. I said, okay, somebody's going to do some protest music along this, but I never heard anything from during the George Floyd situation.
Right. Yeah.
We're in those times right now.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's pivotal
yes.
right now that we get that voice,
those
voices again, to be able
yes,
to talk about the days, what's going on currently.
And that's interesting you would say that, because I've got a commercial with this tune right now, and in the commercial we speak of Marvin, what's going on. When that song was released, that was like right around the era of the Vietnam War. Exactly. A lot of political unrest and upheaval within the Black community, the riots and things like that.
The riots were going on.
So when you write as a writer, you're inspired by what's going on, and it's about relativity. And so I hope that with this tune that I have out, we need good, positive songs like that, man. But also to kind of offer hope. We know things are like this, but let's get some hope out there too, and keep it alive. Right. But you got to know your history.
You got to know it.
You got to know your history.
Bravo, brother. Bravo.
Yeah.
Well said. Well
you got to know your history, though.
Absolutely.
You really do, man. Yeah, that's why as you follow our music throughout time, it's been always about. Even it started in the fields with the chant.
Yeah.
That's how we communicated with drums.
Yeah.
So yes, music is very important. So it's 2025, and as long as God gives me the ability to breathe and to do this thing, I'm going to do it because I love it. Yes, and I thank God that He's been able to maintain me and keep me. I'm not strung. I don't do drugs. I try to live a good, clean life, and I try to be true. But I love my people. I love my heritage. I understand. And this is what history and knowing history gave to me. This is why I feel for those who are being confronted with this thing about trying to take that away from us right now. I mean, how can you take away a history? I don't want to get into politics now. I don't want to get political because I could do that. But how do you make a separation? Because when you're talking about music, you're talking about relativity. These are the times.
Yeah.
Well, the show is Music and Talk, brother. So whatever you want to talk about, this is the
platform to do it.
We're here, bro. Deep now.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, I'm like you. I mean, it's like, why are you? What is the purpose behind all of this? And I chalk it up to our influence around the world during a certain time period in the 1960s. Well, really, let me go back even further than that, during Jim Crow in the South.
Yeah.
I still feel as though the greatest movement that took place opposite of the civil rights movement was the second migration.
Yes.
And the second migration is when your parents moved up north,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
and my parents moved from the Midwest to California, and so many of all of us moved from the deep South because Jim Crow is something we couldn't deal with.
Yeah.
And the beauty behind that is what took place 20 years into that movement.
Yes.
You had the blues move to Chicago.
Yeah.
You had R&B move to Detroit and Chicago.
Yeah.
You had musicians and vocalists and ministers, and all of these people moved to the Midwest and New York and Boston. The folks from the Eastern Seaboard moved up into like Philadelphia and you know, all up around the Atlantic coastline. So the migration took place and it birthed Motown and Stax and Chess Records and all of these other recording companies and the art form. And what they brought from the South literally changed the typography of the United States.
Music migration, that's right.
It made us a powerhouse. It literally made America a powerhouse.
Yeah.
And they still ain't got over that.
But you know, it's interesting you would say that, Vaughn. Yeah, and it's yeah, and it's interesting you would say that because how I wind up in Detroit, my uncle lived and worked in the factory. I was raised by a single mom. It was actually 8 of us. I was raised by a single mom.
Right.
And we came up north to Michigan for opportunity. And my uncle flew us on an airplane. We came to Detroit with nothing but the clothes on our back. And that's how it really are. I'm 6, 7 years old coming into a big city. I was born in this little small town in Virginia. Yeah, some would call Virginia South, but we know about the history of Virginia. Jamestown, we know about the history. Richmond, all those battles that took place in Richmond. Yeah.
Let's live there.
But I lived only, about 30 miles from Gordonsville. And we know, and Charlottesville, 30 miles from Charlottesville.
See?
We know about,
exactly.
You know, there's this movie, Civil War. They speak about Charlottesville, right?
Right,
You know
right,
that movie,
absolutely,
Civil
yeah.
War? Absolutely, speak about Charlottesville.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I know about it. And I lived it. But coming to Detroit, my uncle, we was able to eventually to get a home. I lived in the basement of a cousin of mine's for about 2 years before my mom was able to get a home, you know. So you're looking at a man right now who had to get it all basically on his own, and with the mercy of an almighty God too, you know.
Yes, sir.
And I had to, you know, without a father, you know, it's pretty tough coming up, man, and trying to find identity for yourself and a love of yourself. And but history, I had a fascination with history and poetry. And I know in 2025, you were to ask me, that was my saving grace, because if you don't know history, you're lost.
Bound to repeat it.
Totally lost.
Bound to repeat it. Isn't that true?
That's why, you know, people don't understand the significance of Elon Musk and Afrikaners coming into this country.
I know it.
Right.
Yeah,
They
they're not
don't
seeing the big
understand. They
picture.
don't want anything about apartheid.
Yeah.
And once again, I don't want to get political, but like I said, man, how do you make a separation? You guys help me. Help me to make a separation right now. You know what I'm saying?
The thing about it is that Afrikaners will say, well, see, we've been here Dutch, you know, we've had kids here, generations have been here. That may be well, but the bottom line is you're not indigenous to that herd.
No. Yeah.
You may
They
be
own
there,
most of the land.
but you're not indigenous to it.
South Africans own, I think, 75, 80% of the land over there. A lot of people don't know that. You're talking about oppression. You're being oppressed, and you own 80% of the land, and they're 10%, maybe less, of the population.
And they're being
This
offered
is
refugee
oppression?
status.
Bro, this is oppression.
And that's, you know what, that whole confrontation thing is a made up story that I mean, you know, it's all made up because it's not really happening. There is no genocide of white people in South Africa, man.
No.
That's a made up
Someone
story.
looking at them old black and white movies where the tribe rises
I mean,
up.
that's a made up story.
But that's,
Just
It
to
is.
open up the door for him to bring in who he wants to bring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
it's called
you know,
collective
that's-
racism. But hey, that's what it is. So
So the Times, hey, so check this out. So the Times, the relevancy, and it inspires the lyrical content. So that's why when you listen to it, it's going to be all right. And I hope more listeners, and that song right now is number 1 in Canada on that T-Rex radio chart.
Love that. I love
Yeah,
it.
number 1, and it's number 4 on the UK Soul chart right now.
Awesome.
And I've been riding that UK Soul chart for over a month now. And the lifespan of a record is not very long these days. I mean, you're lucky if you can ride it for 2-3 months. But I'm trying, and I'm trying to get the most out of this because it's the message more so than anything else. I don't care. I don't give a darn about the financial, restitution from this song. I'm pushing the message, and I want people to listen to my lyrics that came from my heart. I wrote it by myself.
Yeah.
Listen to the lyrics, man. It's all in there. Yeah. Complacency.
Listen, I just want to say this.
I say one thing.
ahead.
In my second verse, that starts out, complacency can be so cruel to those of us who forgot the golden rule. I know a lot of people don't quite understand what I'm talking about because that's followed by all the things that we've been through. Then I break it down to desecration and discrimination, blah, blah. But absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Vaughn, you was going to say something?
I was going to say exactly, because the artist's mission is to hold a mirror up to society.
Yes.
Show its beauty and grotesqueness.
Yes.
That's the artist's mission, to be able to show them what they really look like.
Yeah.
And that is the work of an artist.
Yes.
From the performing arts to music, to dance.
Yeah.
Let the people see themselves like they really are,
Yeah.
and don't be afraid to show it to them.
Yes.
Because them of themselves, they have no other recourse but to change.
Well, you
And that's
know,
the
I've had 4 albums out over the last 15 years, and I've had about 6, maybe 7 singles as well. So my catalog is really growing. And with each release, I'm trying to outdo the previous one. It's an art form. Music is an art form. That's why when I started this conversation speaking about it, it has to have raunchy lyrics. And that's why I was speaking about more than one way to undress, a woman. I mean, with the lyrical content, you can do that to reach the heart and the spirit of those of our listeners and our fans. It's our mission to do that, though. Yeah, man, we can keep it clean, and that's why my producer, my primary producer, a lot of people don't know, is only 30 years old, right? Now, he was Angie Stone's production guy. Yeah,
Okay.
and he was her drummer. His father was Angie's music director, and these are the same musicians. Now, when I do live shows, James is my music co-director. So I have a connection with probably some of the most powerful, the most dynamic musicians out there. And these guys, man, this is a father and son. Son is 30, and he's gifted. He can play any instrument. He's a hell of a singer. And his father is my guitarist and my musical director. And, losing Angie, really, really, hit hard with him. Yeah. But I'm blessed to have, affiliation with such gifted musicians who are from Saginaw, Michigan. A lot of people don't know. And James, my guitarist, my music MD, worked with Stephanie Mills for several years before, Angie. So when we're talking to people, you never know who you're talking to.
Mm-hmm.
You never know about their story.
Right.
You got to be careful. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Never know.
Wow.
Some of your best kept secrets.
Mm-hmm. They sure are. Well, let's do this. Let's go ahead and take a little music break and let the viewers check out this wonderful piece. It's going to get better because it is a nice gem, man. I really like it. You did a wonderful, fantastic job on it, man, and
thank you.
Just great to have you on, man. So let's do that, and then we'll come back and continue with our guest, Mr. Al Lindsey. And if
Yes,
you
sir.
if you just tuned in, we're going to play some of this great music. So keep it locked right here on the Indie Live Spot.
say to all humanity, it's time to put aside our differences to change the course of our destiny. Yes, it is. Listen to me. Life can be complicated. Some things would never change. A world of suffering. People going insane. Yes. So let the sun come shining, shining through your pain. Show the love we've been hiding. Let me explain. Why don't we just try? Oh, some things will never change. We need to never stop creating. Yeah, 'cause that's the way we were made. Listen, never stop creating, 'cause that's the way we were made. Never gonna lose your faith, 'cause hatred is to blame. Yes, it is. So let the sun come shining, in spite of your pain. Show the love that we've been hiding. Let me explain. Why don't we just try? Oh yeah. Some things will never change. A land of peace, of harmony. Oh, we ought to try. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We need to sit down and talk about it. Yeah. We need to try. Oh yeah. Yeah. Come on and try. Come on. We need to talk about it and be about it. We need to sit down at the dinner table and work things out. Yes, we do. Put a little love in your heart, 'cause that's where all of it starts. And wipe away all of the doubt. Yeah. Yeah. Acknowledge me as your brother. Time for us to change our destiny. I want you to try. Yeah. Come on. Open up your heart, yeah. Come on, we need to. We need to. We ought to. Come on. Yeah, let's try. Oh. So let the sun come shining, shining in spite of your pain. We're gonna show the love we've been hiding. Oh, so let me explain. We need to try.
You listen? Huh? No.
Right.
It's
All
already
right.
plugged up.
That was really nice, Al. We really.
Yeah.
thanks,
Bump it,
bro.
bump it.
Yes, indeed. That was nice.
And I can hear that little spinners going when you hit that one hider. Yeah, I get some of that spinners in there.
No, he was 2 octaves under that note. Come on, let me hear you do it.
Oh, I'm a trouble player, brother. I'm not the same.
No. You was 2 octaves under that note. Come on, let me hear you.
Hey,
can hear
like
it like
Clint
that.
Eastwood. Like Clint Eastwood said in the movies, Al, a man's got to know his limitations.
Yeah, man. So Al, we just came back on. We like I said, after we played the "It's Gonna Be All Right," we did do "Try." Try. That was your previous release, right? Is that correct?
Yes,
right before
that's my
that one?
previous release. Yeah.
Yeah, that has some nice
It,
energy.
interesting enough, where that was a collaboration with that's music is universal, right?
Yeah.
A young lady over in England, in UK, by the name of Sugar Rainbow. She actually wrote that song, and we collaborated on that. And I changed some of the lyrical content and got with my producers, and we did some revamping, some things with it. Yeah. And I was able to put my spin and my feel into that tune. And so that's how that all came about.
Man, that felt good. I like that.
I do too.
Yeah. Well, people can say, man, you need to do some more up-tempo stuff, because I'm a balladeer. I love singing ballads, but I can do that up-tempo, funky stuff too, though. I can. Yeah.
It's okay to mix it up. Mix it up.
Mix it up, yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, my shows are the energy in my shows, you wouldn't believe it. The energy. My shows, man, I pump it up. I work hard doing live shows. That's why I got to find myself a good promoter, man, to get locked in, to get moving, man, and some touring dates in,
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
Well, the people in the chat room are digging it as well.
Awesome.
You got JC Smith, yeah, R&B, we love it. You need to bring it back. Derwin says it's always glad to hear fresh stuff coming like that. People are really digging it in here. Marilyn Ford says
awesome.
Hi. Derwin says, yeah, I can hear that Marvin Gaye influence. he says real tough. He's like, I hear real tough. Nice job.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
Well, long as you can hear my brand more, as you can hear, as long as you can hear Al Lindsey, because I've been really working hard on, my own brand. You can hear a little bit of this one and a little bit of that artist, but I think it's important, man, to have your own brand, your own sound.
Own sound, yes, of course. Your own voice.
Yeah, that's hard, right? That's because it's originality.
That's it.
Creation. Creation is not duplicating, right?
Right.
Or imitating, right?
And think about it. It evolves. It evolves.
Yes, evolves.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what it does. It evolves. It can't change, but it can evolve. Yeah.
See,
When someone can definitively, I'm sorry, when someone can definitively listen to one person say, that's so-and-so, that's so-and-so, that's what you want to aspire to. That's,
hey,
and it takes some time to find it. Some people find it right away. Some others, it takes time to find it. But when you find it, you know it. People know it.
Exactly.
well, my influences, Luther Vandross, Teddy Pendergrass, even Sam Cooke. These are my influences, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam, woo.
So great influence.
So yeah, and Will Downing. I like Will Downing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I like to play with that thing. I don't like to get locked into one key. I like to play with that musical scale too. Music is wonderful to dive into that world, into that art form.
It really is.
Yeah.
And you're known for doing some duets too, some pretty cool duets. I know that Laura Rain. Oh my goodness.
Claim It.
Yes, Claim It. That was one of the very first. That was one of the first ones that we started playing over here on GHP Radio. And I remember when I first heard that, I was just like, "Who is that woman on that track with him?" And then I remember
Isn't she bad, man?
she is tough, man. She is really good. And then of course I know later on you did finally get us an interview with her, and she came on. And it was good to kind of talk to her too. But you guys, both of you, really sounded great together on that Claim It track. I love that track. I still play it today. And
that song, man, is well received. A lot of people don't know she's a blue-eyed soul sister.
Yeah, that's what tripped me out. It tripped me out when I found that out.
Yeah. And Laura's got so much soul, though, man. She's got a lot of soul.
Yeah, they come in the UK. Oh yeah, there are a lot of them in the UK. I wanted to ask you, you're one of 8 siblings. Do any of your siblings play instruments as well, or sing as well, or?
Actually, I'm really the only one.
Mm-hmm.
Only one. And I'm a twin too.
Oh, okay.
I have a twin sister.
Okay.
She resides in Chicago. But yeah, I'm the only one. The singer in the family was my mom.
Mm-hmm.
My mother. It's kind of interesting because my mom, God bless her soul, she's resting in heaven, but my mom never talked much about her singing. But I heard she had one of the most beautiful singing voices. And when we lived in Virginia, the 5 Blind Boys, Dixie Hummingbirds, I heard those guys used to come into the towns and sing. And they wanted to take my mother on the road with them. That's just how. And you know those 5 Blind Boys, and you know those gospel singers, man, could go. That's how good my mom was. They wanted to take her on the road, but her mother wouldn't allow her to do it. But my mom always supported me. And she actually took me to see David Ruffin as a teenager. And I'll never forget it. And and my mom loved David Ruffin as well. So yeah, Mom, you did a good job with your son, Alan. Yeah, I got it from her. Yeah.
When did it start for you, Al, in terms of your vocal profession?
Well,
when did it start? When did you just know? You said, "Oh, I'm ready." When did
I know?
Yeah.
Well, when I was about 8 or 9 years old, though, it all started with poetry because I had a fascination with poetry.
Okay.
And would write poems. Didn't really sing, but when I was about 12 years old, you know, we were in Detroit. I'm Baptist, and I got into a choir. I was very shy, very timid, but I knew I could sing a little bit. So I wound up joining a choir. And I actually, at the age of 12, 13, was singing lead in the adult choir in Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah. And then that's when I found out. That's when and I was singing in the nightclubs in Detroit, singing Johnny Taylor stuff like Who's Making Love. So see, I had all those influences.
Right.
Bobby Womack, That's the Way I Feel About You.
Right.
These people influenced me, bro. And I was singing them 16, 17 years old in the clubs in Detroit. Yeah. And then getting out of high school, and I joined the Army, and I actually performed in the Army too for 3 years. I was a medic, and that's how I got introduced to medicine. But I actually had the opportunity to sing, to open up for Jimmy Walker, good times when I was in the Army.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would entertain the brothers in the clubs, you know, just me and the brothers get together. I played keyboards a little bit. I would sing, play keyboards, play that Hammond B3 organ and sing. Oh man, those are some great times, man. Just me and the brothers, man. And I used to entertain for them, you know, and that's how I really developed my craft. And then when I got out of the Army, and that's when I met Obie Benson working as an orderly. And that's when I used to, you know, I didn't say this, I actually could sing Levi's parts in some of those sessions that I did with him. They never recorded my voice, but I did scratch vocals for 4 times. And I could sing Levi's parts. And Levi would look at me, because, you know, man, Levi epitomizes a vocalist, right? Levi Stubbs.
Yeah.
You can't not find people that can duplicate that brother's voice. I wasn't trying to duplicate it, but the key that Levi sang in, I could sing it with my natural tenor voice. Levi could go. So, yeah, and it's thin. But it's over the years, it's a matter of developing confidence in yourself as a man as well, and knowing who you are. And that helps in your delivery, in knowing who you are and how you present yourself musically.
Yeah.
And it's an ever growing process. You keep growing. You never stop growing. And the moment we stop learning is the moment that we die. We have to keep it going.
Yeah. Just interesting you say that about Levi Stubbs. One of our interviews, we had a ball when we interviewed Mickey Stevenson.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, Mickey.
Yeah.
Hey, that was Kim Weston's husband.
That's right, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mickey Stevenson.
Yeah.
Hey, Kim has some stories about Mickey. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Mickey, I asked Mickey the question. I said, of all the great male singers of Motown, which voice typified the Motown sound? And I told him I thought it was Levi, and he couldn't do nothing but, yeah, I agree, because Levi's voice was unreal. I mean, it was so emotional, and he had I'm even sure, he was a tenor, right?
Yeah, baritone
tenor. He was a straight tenor. Yeah. He could soar up to a whole other level and then come back down.
You know what? Motown was brutal with their male artists because they recorded their songs in these high keys for men. That stuff, a lot of this stuff that David Ruffin with his vocals, Smokey, they were high.
Yeah.
Those keys, man. So a lot of people cheat. They drop it an octave or drop it 2 octaves sometimes. Yeah. Right. Stevie Wonder. Ooh, do you find anybody that to imitate Stevie? The key, man. Oh my God, he's up there naturally.
Yeah. 6-octave range. Question for you from one of the people in the chat room out, and this is JC, and he wants to know what do you do to try to stay current and relevant with your new music releases?
See, that's a good question, because remember when I told you about my producer?
Right.
30 years old. The same way that R. Kelly, when his collaboration with Ron Isley. Mr. Big. You remember when Mr. Big emerged from Ron?
Yeah.
And he changed Ron's focus, the way Ron was moving. Was able to, when you heard it, you knew that was Ronald Isley. But he updated and made Ron's stuff relative so that Mr. Big, and that's what just kept him moving. So having a young producer, and but you also got to have some connection, and so it's like a spiritual connection too.
Yeah.
Remember I said, it's going to be all right. That's a young man who actually wrote the track, and here he is writing a Marvin Gaye track, a Marvin Gaye feel to it. When you hear that intro, that's, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, updating it and keeping it relative. I love working with young musicians, and that's what keeps, when I do shows, man. My drummer is probably in his late 30s, early 40s. Guitarist, early 50s. So I work with young musicians as well. So that's what keeps me relative. And we should never be selfish. And a lot of artists, I hate to say this, are selfish. They don't like to collaborate. I don't mind collaborating with other artists. I love collaboration, different ideas, Yeah. No man is an island. No man is. And you got to get out of your own way sometimes.
You do. You got to collaborate, because if you don't, if it's just you, your ceiling is just going to be right here.
You have a ceiling, absolutely.
But if you collaborate with everybody that you can, it just opens up so much, and that's what music is supposed to be done with. You're supposed to share it and send it back out into the universe. And that's right. McKay tells me that, and a lot of famous people tell me that, and that's what it's about. So you get, collaboration is a very good thing.
But think about it. You know music. You know music theory, right? And you know your scales. That's something that sticks with you, right? You know this. But with that knowledge, you take that anywhere, and you work with musicians. It doesn't matter who musicians are. And when you're working with different musicians, you may hear something a little bit different, something that you never heard. And you take that little riff, maybe you'll put it in your memory banks and use it as well, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
So it's just all about, collaboration and working with others. That way you're not limited. Very few artists are able to just to do things. I think Stevie Wonder is probably one of the very few. I don't know about any collaboration Stevie, but the brilliance of a Stevie Wonder, though, man. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So collaboration is the key to JC's question.
Yeah. Good question, JC.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
JC is also a favorite. He's a great musician himself, multi-instrumentalist. And he's in the chat room today. Welcome, JC.
Yeah.
And now let JC know. Thanks for the question.
Definitely. All right.
We got a dry moment here, fellas. Let's keep it going.
Let's roll.
I'm reading the stuff in the chat room. More and more people are popping in. That's why my head is looking up here. But you have Derwin, who's a big fan of Maryland. I'm glad. I haven't seen Maryland in a while. It's good to see Maryland again.
Hey, Maryland.
Oh, that means something.
Maryland and the Colleen. I'm looking for the Colleens. But the regulars they've been off for a minute, so they're slowly getting to know that we're coming back, though. Mm-hmm. But I could hear that last song again. I think that's my favorite one.
Oh, the track.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeling that one?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, and you're hearing some horn parts in there?
Oh, I'm here. Don't mind that. I hear horn parts in there. I heard my wife calling me, "Hey!" I said, "Peggy!"
We're turning dark here on my phone. I think I got to charge it here.
Oh, okay.
So,
you want to take a break?
So can we take a break here?
We sure can. Let's do that. We got some more of your great music, so we'll do that.
All right.
And
we're gonna pay the electric bill here and take a station identification. Just to let you know, this show was brought to you and sponsored by G Fusion House Productions. Also, the makers of Possum Fat Hair Grease. Don't forget to get your Possum Fat and Raccoon Protein shakes along with your Moccasin Snake Nuggets.
Hey,
crazy.
Can I say something? We're not online, right? Are we? Are we online?
Yes.
All day, sir.
Yeah, we're still
live. Okay, can you pull me out?
Yeah.
Pull me out?
We'll go out. So we'll be right back, y'all. Y'all keep it locked right here. Enjoy some more music from Al Lindsey.
Girl, I'm so into you. Come on to my side. No, come on to my side. Come on over here. It's nobody but you. Oh, it's you. Nobody but you, baby. You. Girl, let's form a pact and dare not to forget. It's you and I together. I'm formulating plans. There are no guarantees. this love affair was meant to be. Say you love me, say you need me, baby, be mine. Say you'll always be by my side. Whisper in my ear that you love me. Love can come and go. Sometimes lovers have to know that it's all in a game. It's hard to conceive. So hard to conceive. I'm in love again. Only you. Together we'll stick together like hand and glove. I'm stuck on you like glue, babe. It's hard for me to conceive. You led me to believe in love again. I promise to love you. I stand by your side, baby, through thick and thin, to the bitter end. I promise to do right by you, baby. Whisper in my ear, you love me. Love can come and go. Sometimes lovers have to know that it's all in a game. It's hard, so hard for me to conceive. I'm in love. Only you, only me. Together, only you, only me. It's so hard, 'cause I'm in love. Only me, only you and me. Listen, together. Yeah. It's a feeling that's fresh as the morning dew. It's true love coming at you, baby. It's only you, so lift me up. It's only you, only me. Yeah. That's our love talk. Makes no difference who you are. Love comes from the heart. Oh, you can't tear it apart. No, you take it wherever you go. Just like a flower needs rain, true hearts will sustain over time. Don't you know that love will find its some way straight to your heart. Girl, it's your kiss, your smile drives me away. Two hearts to surrender. Yeah. Feels so good. Oh, yeah. Fragrance of a candle, sweetest of wine. It's so sensual, a feeling so divine. There's no place I'd rather be. Just the thought of you next to me. A thrill consumes me through and through. I wanna tell the world and make you my boo.
When you touch me, there's no higher high. Set my mind free. No limit to the sky. When you talk to me, all my troubles seem to fade. In this whole world, I know this love is here to stay. Claim it, claim it, claim it. Oh, I want to, yeah. Claim it, claim it. I want you, baby. You're my brother.
I could search the whole world over and never find anyone as sweet as you.
Baby, make you mine.
Don't you know? Oh, I love you, baby.
We're off to baby.
We've been kicking it for a very long time.
Baby, you're my boo.
This feeling shared so hard to find, yeah.
You're my
Don't you know?
Don't mess around.
Sweeter, so much sweeter, baby.
Baby, make you mine. I know I want to please.
Oh, it's the way you walk, it's the way you talk.
I've never ever seen a man that take of me.
Oh, I'm so fond of you, baby.
We're off to crazy.
Come on, girl, come on over here. Come on, baby.
Derwin Johnson says his arrangements are stellar.
Awesome.
Tracy Smith, always good to see Al in the radio show chat room. Derwin, nice chord progressions. Derwin loves the chord progressions. Derek Taylor chimed in.
All right. We are back, yeah. And Claim It
Oh,
just
yeah.
went off. We just got to listen to Claim It, too. It was nice.
That's my jam, you know. Claim
Yes, it is. It's a strong one. Strong one. I like it.
You had Laura Rain on your show, didn't you?
Sure did. We had that opportunity. Sure did. She came on, and man, yeah. In fact, I just had a recent engagement with her on Facebook, messaging about her. She said she has some new music, and so we were kind of going back and forth. She was trying to send it to me, but for some reason I wasn't getting it, and then I just finally got it, so I hadn't had a chance to go listen to it yet. that was just like a day or two ago. I said, well, Laura, I said, I hadn't got that email yet. And then she said, well, you might check your spam. And then she said, I'm going to try to send it again. And she sent it again. And then I was like, boom, there it is. so I'll get to check that out this weekend and try to get it on the playlist and everything. But yeah, Laura, yeah, she's definitely, she's the real deal, man. She's got that voice. And like I said, I was surprised about the Blue Eyed Soul too.
And you know, I've done a couple of concerts with her.
You did.
And you wouldn't believe how she warms up. I mean,
yeah,
she goes a cappella, man, and she hits 4 or 5 octaves, man. I mean, oh my God. Just warming up like that. I mean, she does those scales, you know.
Yeah.
I said, go ahead. I mean, she soars, man. She soars. Very dynamic, strong.
Very amazing.
So I have a question for you, Al.
Sure.
Give us some insight. What is the day in the life of Al, the artist?
That's a good question, because my life has just changed. I'm transitioning into the world of retirement because I practiced medicine for a good while, and so now I'm transitioning to civilian life. So it's a matter of filling in, the dots and keeping yourself busy. I don't have to work now, thank God for that. So I can put all that time into my music. I don't do music 24/7. I've got family, so I'm a family man too. So I love doing things with my kids, my grands, So enjoying life, doing shows, concerts, just trying to keep myself busy. Yeah.
And where your concerts mostly take? I'm sorry, Gary.
No, you getting ready to ask what I was just going to ask.
Where do they take place? Where are you performing these concerts?
Most of the things in Michigan right now. I'm waiting on a response from the UK with the promoter over there, because that's where most of my music hits pretty big over there. So I'm going to go on over there as soon as that happens.
Awesome.
Working on trying to find a good promoter. It's hard, a lot of people are working. Some of us aren't. I thank God I don't have to sustain myself by doing shows. So when the opportunity presents itself, I do a show. But when it's not, I'm okay there too. So I hope that answers the question.
Yeah. A lot of people would be interested in to know what you may go on or what you may go through during the regular day-to-day life. So.
Well, when you write too, it's driven all by inspiration. So when a song hits you, I'm free now to respond to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, when I was working like in medicine, I got to see a patient at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm in bed 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, a melody comes to you. Oh, it just won't leave you alone, and you have to get up and run downstairs and record this. So now I don't have that problem anymore. I'm free to be me, to put it, put all that energy into my music. But I was living a double life, man, for quite a while. And that's probably why, the touring bit and getting out there doing shows was somewhat a hindrance because of the nature of the work that I was doing. It's all mental and, having to be cerebral and getting off from work and coming down and winding down, at home. It was hard to put both hats on, to do that, performing and get home late and get a couple hours rest and right back at the grind again. So now I'm just transitioning, like I said, and filling the void, but doing it at my pace, which is a blessing. I recognize that.
Is that when you feel most creative, like 1:30 in the morning? Is there a specific time to where you feel you're more creative than other times of the day?
I tell you, bro, it's usually at the darn time when I'm laying in bed trying to sleep and a melody messes with you. And when And when it does, you got to do something about it because it just will just keep hounding you, man.
I mean,
It won't
for me,
leave you alone.
Yeah.
for me, my most creative time is weird. It's with 5 in the morning. It's the
5
best
in the
time for me
morning?
to. It's the best time for me to create. Well, that means I've already been up an hour before, right, Gary?
Yeah. And he's on
5 in the
Pacific
morning-
time.
5 in the morning is when I'm most creative, and things will just start coming together. I just boom, 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 and then I'll just work on stuff like through the day. But I was wondering, is there a specific time? Well, I get what you're saying. There's been plenty of times where I've jumped up, and I know Gary has too. Like 1 in the morning, running down and getting something down, or just singing something to your phone. I'm sure you've done that a lot as well.
Well, some writers, can sit there and say, "Oh, well, I want to write a song. I got to write about this. I'm going to write about this." With me, it's by inspiration. It's like a spiritual thing. It comes to me. If I get a good strong hook, I might be able to write to the hook, but I never know which way it's going to come to me.
Right.
So it's all, about that. I'm serious. It's a spiritual thing. I can't put it in any other words.
I understand.
Yeah, but to sit down and grab a pen, a pencil, I'm going to write about, it doesn't work that way for me.
Right.
And I think that probably holds true for a lot of writers.
For me.
Yep.
Uh,
That's true. Yeah, man. Well, Al, tell us where everybody can follow your where you're at and keep up with all the great things you got going on, because I know you're going to be coming out with something else pretty soon again. We're going to be like,
Let's not support your music, bro.
Yes.
Well, it's go to Al Lindsey Music, Facebook, Al Lindsey Music. I'm on Instagram as well. I'm out there. So you just click in that name, Al Lindsey, man.
Yeah.
Google it. And I'm pretty active. So there are opportunities to reach out to me. I'm working on a web page right now too. I should have done that years ago.
Okay.
But with social media, I have to exploit every tool at my disposal. And I must be honest, I have not exploited the way that I should have. But I will be. More utilization of things available to me. So Al Lindsey Music, that's where you'll find me.
So people look him up, Al Lindsey Music.
All the platforms, Spotify, YouTube, all the platforms, man.
Put some respect on that name.
I'm out there, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Put some respect on it, people.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That was one quick question before we departed on that. Have you had an opportunity to go over to overseas to London or anything to do some performing as well? I mean, being that you're so tapped in over there, I know a lot of people know your music.
Yeah, they know my music. They do. Yeah, that's what I'm just saying right now. And I have, there's a promoter that I'm working with right now and working on landing some dates over there. Yeah, I performed it in Germany a few years back, but doing something, steadily over there because they sure enough have appreciation of R&B.
That's what I've always heard. Yes.
It's just most unfortunate because what we produce here and what we offer here in America, we don't take advantage of it. And as for most independent artists, we are dependent upon the community at large to support us. And even when you're working locally, they'll stick a stigma to you. Oh, he's just a local artist.
Right.
Which is really minimizing the significance of what you're doing. Oh, you're not. You're international, man. Your music is being appreciated all over the world. It's a tough business, though, man. Music is very, very challenging.
It is.
We have more people loving you that don't know you than people who know you.
You got that right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your own family members, but you got a whole world of people out there that know you and love you.
Yeah, that's true.
You get a thumbs up from a family member. That's a damn shame.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that family support though, it's important, but you got to learn to work around it.
That's right.
And,
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
But the key to everything here is knowing who we are, no matter whatever the endeavor or what are we doing in our lives.
Absolutely.
We have to know who we are. And that all goes back to the history. So I'm locked in there. So if it never moves anymore, I'm locked in, and I know. And I know about the brilliance of my people, and I know about what God has given us.
Yeah.
We need to appreciate it more. Unfortunately, we don't. But
Well, we're
we
locked
do.
in with you, Al.
Yeah, and not
Oh, you
only
know that.
all those other independent artists out there, man, we need you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at one time, and I'm gonna go, but I gotta put this out there because when we're making CDs, people want something tangible, something to put in their hands. And now with the emergence of social media and the streaming, we all know there's no financial reward from that.
Right.
And vinyl is working over in England, but they're slowly trying to integrate vinyl. But for that financial piece, man, we've got to come out. If it's going back to CDs, I don't know what it's going to take. Will people start buying more and more turntables? I don't know. But vinyl right now is what's happening. But who owns turntables and who's using that old technology? I'm saying old because at one time, that's the way they rolled. But the emergence from vinyl to cassettes, yeah. And
CDs are making a
then
comeback, though.
Oh man, huh?
CDs are making a comeback.
But you know what? They stopped putting CD players in cars.
Yeah, they do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll give them another reason to put them back.
Putting CD players, they're not thinking about that though, But they need to stop putting CD players. Maybe if people try to demand it a little bit more, maybe they will go that way. But as you and I both know, when you jump in your ride, man, you can listen to almost anything you want to with the technology today.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
But people are not realizing how it's hurting artists, man, that are dependent upon that revenue, to sustain themselves.
Yeah.
That's why they have to come up with other ways.
Ways.
You're in the profession, so you should be able to come up with a way to make money in your profession on some level, because that's your profession. So you just have to be smart and clever about how to do it, but you can do it.
Well, thank God for formats like this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Thank God for brothers like you, that give artists like me the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And I don't take it for granted, not one bit. And I appreciate this connection. And this is the first time Ron and with CK for interviewing me. And I tell you, man, I really, really enjoyed it. Gary, he's old news. We back to the day.
It's been an absolute pleasure meeting you, Al.
Yes.
An absolute pleasure.
Well, it's definitely been a super pleasure to have you back, man, and to have this conversation with our new host people here. And again, we enjoyed every minute of it. The music's great as always, and we look forward to your return because there'll be more time to come back. So
great.
Just keep.
And can I say one more thing?
You sure can.
Brother McDaniels, I do miss him so much, man.
Yes, we miss him. We do.
Woo.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my brother. That was my dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
and
the
I'm
one.
Glad, Gary,
Yes.
He would be happy that you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're keeping his legacy going, man.
Absolutely.
And I've watched your show evolve, man. And with your host, with CK and Ron, they both can be a little intimidating, by the way, too. But in a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way. I'm finding CK, you got to keep it real.
Right.
Ron, he's the intellect. So yeah. So they are wonderful addition to what you're doing, Gary.
Thank you.
Look at this boy.
Look at what he's doing now.
Look at this boy. Good-looking boy.
All right.
Air Fusion, y'all.
All right. Well, Al, thank you again, brother, for being here. It was such a pleasure. And what we're going to do now, before we do end completely, we're going to introduce a video from Gino Goss. Gino Goss has a new single out, and it's called D'Amico, and it's a great piece of music, and he wanted to me to do a video for him, so I actually produced the video for him and everything, and but I think his release date is actually tomorrow, but he wanted me to view, come to GHP Radio and view it first here, so everybody have the opportunity to view this new production of this new video, D'Amico, from Gino Goss, and yeah, that's pretty much it, man. So
did you incorporate AI into this, Gary?
I actually did.
No, it's all real.
Oh man.
That's like asking if wrestling is fake. Don't ask.
I'm trying to keep it real here. What's the deal? AI, come on, Gary.
You can't get away from AI. It's here, man. It's everywhere now. So
How do you think he can dance so good in this video? How do you think Gary can put it down for the spirits in this video?
Gary and I had this talk before we began. We were talking about AI because I was thinking about all the time that I put into this video,
right.
like up to 20 hours of taping, trying to put a video together for this song is going to be all right. And then he starts telling me about AI, And I think about all the time and energy I put into getting up there, performing in front of people I didn't know, and how exhausting it was. And here he's talking about AI. So he's introducing his own brand. Yeah. AI. What do you think about that, Vaughn? What do you think about that?
All I can say is, what are friends for?
Al, what did I just get through saying, Al? I said a musician has to find other ways.
Yes.
To make money and keep that money going in his profession.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to create
another
an
way.
AI Gary Houston, right?
Look, Al, put him to work, Al. Put him to work.
Hey.
Put him to work.
That's right. All right, everybody. Well, we out, and hope y'all enjoyed this premiere from Gino, and I want everybody to enjoy your weekend too. Enjoy your weekend, and also those in the path of the storms. I know there's supposed to be some stuff coming through. I know Missouri got hit pretty hard yesterday, I think it was. So. And I think there's a chance of some stuff happening today as well. So be on the lookout. Be out there. Be on the lookout. And also join us next week. Al, could you introduce this wonderful guest that we're going to be presenting next week? Because I'm gonna
let AI do it. Let AI do it. I'm done. I'm like a Memorex is live. I'm done. Peace out. Peace out. I ain't doing nothing else today. Bye. Good riddance.
I ain't mad at you.
Oh no, that's right.
Good riddance. Peace out.
All right, everybody. Y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see y'all next week.
Everybody. Thanks again, Al.
All right, now.
Let's see that lovely footage.
Here we go. This is D'Amico from Gino Goss. Y'all keep it locked, and we will see you guys next week.
Double Jack.
Double Jack,
Let's see here.
My goodness.